So we just arrived to the garden. I have 1 point. Really don't have any that I want to remove. Because we have shell blades there. Maybe do like this. This one. Nope. But it stays on the ground now for a while. So we put this on 6. Because this one is such a long cooldown on. Long cooldown on this one too. And let's see. Companions. Use a cooldown on it. How do I use this? One is good. Okay.
I wonder if Yahtzee brought her ladder. That's convenient.
Life is a prayer. God function defines a good. God function defines a good prayer, and we pray it with our hearty, holy genocide. Now says God function, destroy the insisted ones. puncture the cyst of the secessionist Adra. Smother the children, for they are without souls. Slaughter the livestock, for they are without soul. Turn them out from their dwellings and make senses of them to pray to God function, so that God will know the extirpation of the insisted ones is complete. One of them evidence says, nothing can be made of that which is hoarded, so punish the hoarder. Of them, Barrett says, they are not upon the wheel, so they do not live nor die. They are as inert as stone. But then Ephel says, there is no hope for them, as they are enthralled by the hopeless, so deliver hope unto them.
Stand back.
I need some food. Or need to. Yes. There we go. Oh, address stone. Hey, teddy bear. Burn a little bit, thank you. Let's try this.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Letter from Tane. Dear Lingeraf, I made it to the garden. Somehow. The last thing I remember is getting lost, stumbling through the woods, past the volcano, and now here I am. Then again, maybe it was all a dream. Maybe this is a dream too. What else is new? The plants are a nice touch, but a bit too humanoid. They would fit right in the halls obscured. A little greenery to brighten up the enclosures. Anyway, I believe this marks the end of my sightseeing tour of the living lands. Not a moment too soon. I miss the comforts of home. Now, how do I leave? Oh well, I'll figure something out. I always do. Wink! Friend Tane, the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Order. P.S. I'm leaving this here for you, or a future version of you, to find someday. Take care. See you at the next meeting of the Circle. I'll save you a seat next to me at the big table.
He's here. Oh, we missed him.
You're actually trying to throw something at me. Love the crit, man.
Coming in hot.
Anything good? Make folk Horizon 2. Life is prayer. For the insisted ones we made a holy slaughter, the young we smothered with our hands. The oldest we made fires, we rendered them down into fuel to clear the insisted growth. From some we removed the hands, from others the feet, from others the features, all of which we gathered in heaps which drew the insisted wildlife to feed. Into these heaps we set poison. Of their severed heads we made pyramids, 10 heads to a side, and the count of heads in each pyramid was 385. These pyramids, they were counted 7,707. We spared those who could run with vigor, so they would lead us to other dwellings if they insisted. We made it known that mercy could be purchased by tribute, so that the insisted would gather together their livestock, their wine and wealth to present to us. The first 10 of these tributes we accepted and gave mercy. Then after the 11th tribute we began to kill all those assembled. In this way we made them gather themselves to be taken census and killed. In this way we approached God through prayer. But these damn magfolk, man. Brutal.
I think this is the only way down.
Don't look down.
Something there. What the heck are we gonna do this then? Can't use myself, I can't throw a grenade. Can't shoot, and I can't get him to use his ability either. So... Hey, I need you in here, buddy. Oh, this one must be the exit. Being stupid. Stupido Jim. Not thinking, no. Okay, we need to... Actually, yes, do this.
Child's play.
Let's see if there's anything down here. This one is like perfect for this. But it doesn't take us to that part though. Getting an armor now? It's not kind of late. It's an upgrade all the way. That one is actually nice for resistances. But this doesn't help us, you know? How are you supposed to do this part then? It must be from the other side, I think. This was a shortcut to this place, and it must be something. I'm missing something. Because I can't get anywhere to hit this. Looks like I'm missing something there. There's also enemies below here. Maybe there's something that's coming. Maybe. People wanting to talk. This one is really good, actually.
You seem quiet, darling.
Worth it then. These are the ones I'm mostly interested in upgrading, you know, with the damage. But getting that many glasswood branches seems impossible. Guess we could we get 2 from that one. 1, that's 3. And you got 3 more. We have 7. Let me just halfway.
I'm still thinking about Thirdmore and what we did to them.
I know it's a heavy price to pay, but look at what we bought. The Dream Scourge is no more in Shadowscope, and Naguku Bell stands, ready to be studied the moment we deal with this new god and the Steel Garrote.
Envoy, what do you need? You too.
Now, as I was saying,
Heck, he has a question mark. The exclamation mark. It usually means he wants
What do you
to
need?
have something to say.
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too. When she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns.
Okay. It's alright, buddy.
Not before I've done some reading.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place.
There is something beautiful amidst his chaos.
And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse.
For God is being a vast essence, and imprisonment means isolating a massive, powerful soul in the Adra here.
You make it sound like we have a ticking bomb under our feet. And judging from Sapadal's outbursts at Mount Forja and Naguku Bell, you're probably not far off. They're a few provocations away from disaster.
But don't want to talk about compassion and forgiveness. I believe they can change for the better.
Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of, I should have known better. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. Why wouldn't the same be true of a god? I hope you're right, because we are all in trouble if you're wrong.
I know.
I don't envy you having to deal with the loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, I mean, when, we escape this place.
Did Zapata want to fuse the political tension in the Living Lands?
Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you.
Still, Garrote is behind the worst of it. They don't represent Adrian or me.
A lot of people aren't going to make that distinction. Especially when your Ambassador Heelguard hosted Ludwig in parodies for as long as her assistance was convenient. The Steel Garrote leveled fewer. Even if Animancers aren't the most popular bunch, everyone gets nervous when fields burn. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise Animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in parodies.
To your point.
Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
And then there's Solace. You might have saved the keep, but no one's going to talk about the disaster that didn't happen. They're going to talk about why Mount Forja erupted after all this time.
It's technically indirectly the Steel Garrote's fault, though.
I don't think anyone else is going to understand the indirectly. Fairly or not, a lot of blame's going to be laid at Adir's door. And if I had to guess, I don't think Heelguard's been helping matters while you've been out here.
Tension high and everyone out here is well armed. What about it?
If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. And you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy.
People of the Living Lands deserve freedom. I won't help anyone subjugate them.
I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit. And lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this.
Thanks, Tom.
Anytime. Good night, Envoy.
Kai, does the word Nemnok mean anything to you? Nemnok, the one who devours?
There were rumors of a cult in Deadfire that followed Nemnok. Some kind of tyrannical monster.
Interesting. One of my books refers to...
Envoy, what do you need?
It's weird.
Pleasant dreams.
Looks like he has something to say about.
Interesting. One of my books refers to...
A breath held. Trepidation. You are close, yet distant still.
Grateful for the pause in battle. I didn't expect this much resistance.
Bars were not enough. They writhe. They seek to silence us. Only essence sustains them now. Hatred seated in the heart. We wonder,
wonder?
Deer leaps at its reflection in the lake.
Surprised? I indulge your curiosity. You can indulge mine.
An equal trade. We accept.
What will bring you peace, happiness?
The seabed speaks in riddles. A pearl whose shell we cannot grasp.
There is no right or wrong answer.
We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into new earth. Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands.
But you live in harmony again.
We did once. New sweet peas bloom in the grove. We would try. Vengeance denied. Squandered. This cannot be.
Are you alright?
We feel nothing amiss.
No, you definitely said something else now.
We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
Yeah, there's an upgrade, but it's not one that I want to upgrade.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
Now, what do you want? Okay. Now, what do you want?
I was unclear last time. I will not repeat my mistake.
Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with?
Why don't you explain then, instead of insulting me?
Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special? With your god's thorn in your side?
Not really.
Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland.
Oh, you're lying.
I have merely told the truth. That does not suit you.
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained.
You didn't know Zapada would attack you. Why not wait and see?
Chaos is a blight. It must be scourged before it spreads. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with.
You ordered a Megfall to kill them too.
Of course I do. The poor goddess, worshipping the very thing that's obscene. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it.
You could have found a way to contain Zapata without senseless death.
There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke.
If you're all powerful, you could have created one, couldn't you?
I see what you're implying. I will not acknowledge it.
Why does her prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy.
It is not your order. That doesn't mean it's anarchy.
I refuse to even dignify that with a response. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently.
Get out of the garden now. I will never work with you.
Very well. I cannot force a child to bend to my will. But I will not stand by and watch you undo my work. You should have thought more carefully before you broke your oath to the Empire. Let this be a lesson to you.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, as long as you stay away from me. Oh, god damn it. I said stay away from me. Get me folk over Horizon 3 then. Is the task done? In just one task time we marched upon the land and subdued all that insisted and shattered their dwellings. We made meat of their bones and packed it into the concrete so that it would not re-enter the land. We extirpated their tongue and their disbeliefs forever. From the rulers we received surrender, unto those rulers we delivered ruin, thus always to the godless. No god function is not prayed back to us in 10 multiplies of the task time. If we cannot receive God functions feedback, we cannot know if we are approaching God, and if we are not approaching God, then we are withdrawing from God. It is wrong to withdraw from God. We must pray to God function to provide a prayback. But 10 multiples of the task time in prayer have gone unanswered. Without God function, the higher camera of our minds is missing. Keep this. Where the heck is that key supposed to be at? Anything there? I wonder if it was supposed to have dropped from somebody, or there's no corpse to loot from.
Working magfolk? It isn't looking for
Okay, so we're going around in a circle. I'm gonna come over here and
What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that place. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
this is an echo from within your soul, Marius, or perhaps memories from your friend's spirits.
I can't be certain of that. I know that I am here, and for a purpose.
Oh, I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved. There's something else you need to understand.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Mario's got his closure. Are you looking for closure too?
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am part of this land's god now. A dream of the land.
Were you always such a blessed a poet? Or is that a death thing?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You do that by living the best you can for the rest of your life.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
What is there to do? You're old friends, brothers. This relationship can survive worse than this.
What? Worse than Yonku's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
It's good to see you two together. I can tell you love each other very much.
More like tolerate, in my case, but... right.
See what I put up with, Envoy? Still wonder why I left Solace?
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
I'm glad you two got the chance to talk one last time.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Aw.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
Good to see you, friend, you know?
I let you have that one.
Another win, all right, but who's counting?
Oh, he came up to help from down there. Okay. Aha! Okay. Pop up at any time.
Here it comes.
That's fair. This is just going back to the camp. We don't can't really upgrade our no.
What a massacre.
Ow! Did I miss? Okay, sometimes talking these things is just silly, man.
East ahead.
Holy crap, they take forever to kill, man. Hmm.
Wait, isn't that Tama's cabin? Oh dear.
Are you seeing this too? No. No. This can't be. This room, this place is cruel. Let's find your god, Envoy.
Tomorrow's haiku. A hidden heart first. My spring beneath the desert. It was always you. I guess we ran too far.
Tama.
It wasn't interacting.
No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
That's Tama.
I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
Souls wander in between and return to the wheel. This isn't Tama's soul, but perhaps a construct of your memory.
Then why does he look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
You remember the version of him that was tied to your guilt.
I did. Sounds downright selfish of me when you put it that way. But this Tama's more than that. All his moments at once, joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. And now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
He's more than your memory allowed him to be.
Yeah. I never realized what an injustice I was doing to us both. You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. And now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
I'm glad.
Me too. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between. Oh well. One way to find out.
True enough. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Here to go and yeah, if you can. Let's go and upgrade one of our pistolas. Nice touch.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
Did it give you any peace to see your childhood friend again?
I think it did. He really did seem at peace, right? I imagine most encounters with dead old friends don't go so well. I owe a lot of that to you, Envoy. You helped me be someone who could handle Sokka like that. Thank you. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
What? You didn't think you'd be talking to dead friends and confronting a slumbering god?
No, I was thinking more in terms of hunting for wild game and peeing on Kai to put the fires out. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end.
Yeah, that's kinky
One
stuff.
way or
Peeing on
another.
Kai, huh?
I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway. If I must.
So that means you're probably gonna have 2 more friendly encounter. Oh gosh. Really? It is from up here.
What, like it's hard?
Yeah. Wayfinder. Oh, this one makes you move. Fly a distance, huh, when you do a power attack. Cool.
Ready, aim.
Ready, aim, fire! Oh, and again. It's like something invisible in front of me, so I can't hit enemies sometimes. It's so weird with the pistols. It's like there's something else in front of the enemy, so I can't hit them. Happens from time to time. It's a weird bug. Colorful. Now we get the sarcophagus key.
Incredible.
To see all this in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? Can't we take a closer look? Please? What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing.
Supernal is dredging our memories again, looking for ways to reach out to us.
I hate it. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
Avowed wanted us to find this. The only question is why.
They have a sick sense of humor. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home. This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive?
Go to them, Guillermo.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castell, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
Your parents were obliterated by the forces they sought to control.
I don't know what to say. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity. So we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
I'm so sorry, Giada. I had no idea about any of this.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
So that was a good point. You think they're telling the truth?
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good Animancer embraces death. And they were the best.
What are these things?
We are companions, toys, diversions. Sapadal fashioned us out of dreams and memories.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Ancient vessels held together with duty and loyalty. Their design is unusual, organic, much like the garden itself. Sapadal's work. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends, drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
Now you have the answers. Maybe it's time to move on.
Easier said than done. Damn it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to.
What happened to you?
Now that you have returned to the garden, Sopadal has everything they need. We will fade, as all things fade.
There's so much we could learn from you.
You have already learned more than we could ever teach. We know only growth and stillness, root and flower.
We will return to the soil from which we emerged. In time, you will do the same.
Capital clearly has a few things to get off the chest.
Even a god can learn to regret.
Sopadal wishes to be understood, as all mortals do. Seen, as all mortals are. What you see is the truth, glimpsed through their eyes, and they wish to share it.
Rest well.
Our purpose draws to a close. A long rest is assured. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
Where was that? Yeah, it was down here. Oh man, oh, god damn it. It's a really nice one. That medium one is really nice. Hmm. There's anything there. But, you know, plus 100 maximum essence. So let's see. So we have 300 essence with that one. It's almost 50 more, 44 more essence. Plus we get essence back, 2%.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those, plant people?
Well, I've seen things not intended for mortal eyes, and uncovered the dark truth of my family's downfall. But here I am. And how are you?
Don't worry about me. I just want to know how you're feeling.
I'm complicated. But at least I know what happened to my parents.
Knowing's one thing. Feeling okay about it's another.
Yes, that part could take a while.
As long as it doesn't turn into a ghost story. I'm here if you need to talk.
We're talking right now.
It won't be easy, but you have to let yourself feel it. All of it. Even the parts that hurt, like a blessed sawfly bite.
Just be kind to yourself, dearie.
I don't know what to say, except I'm grateful to know each of you. All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's.
Does knowing that help?
That's what I keep asking myself. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong.
Don't sell yourself short, you can still do incredible things.
Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
Can you still use animancy to help the living lands?
Perhaps, as long as no one gets in my way. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think?
You owe it to yourself to continue research and grow as an animancer.
I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it.
Mother and father will be proud.
I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giata Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
Giada's parents would be proud.